All right, welcome back to Let's Blend. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite free website builder for small businesses. This is Big Cartel. Main thing that stops, us from starting is money and more money, which it shouldn't, because there's a lot of options and free options for us to start businesses and different ways to get around a lot of the paid options. So when I started out with Big Cartel. So I'm going to tell you my pros and cons of Big Cartel and why you should still use it, and if you are on a small budget, why you should choose this website builder. Big Cartel is a free website builder. Yes, free. I know a lot of website builders, they say that they're free, but they're really not. There's some payment option, some hidden payment, but this one is free. Okay, it is super free, completely free. I'm gonna ask, what's the catch? There might be a few, but I'll explain to you at the end because it's not that big of a deal. It's nothing that you can't work with or work around. The next pro of Big Cartel is that Big Cartel is really easy to set up. It is amazing. It is literally 1, 2, 3. I do have a tutorial on how to set up a Big Cartel website. I'll link it up above so you can go ahead and watch that. But it is literally a 1, 2, 3 setup. And if you have a business that you just started and you wanted a way to sell your products without having to pay for a website to cut costs in the beginning, go ahead and choose Big Cartel. So it is easy to set up. You don't have to have a web designer. You don't have money to pay a web designer. Then this website builder is for you. Big Cartel is definitely for you, because with Big Cartel you don't need a web designer. They have literally simple web templates. Click one of those, add your brand color to it, put in your logo, and you're good to go. You don't have to do anything extra. You can literally sign up with it and start the next day with it. Add what you need to add and then just go right ahead and start putting up your products. Above all, the most important thing, Big Cartel does what it needs to do. Like, it gets the job done. It's a website, it's a home for your products, a home that you can send your clients and customers to. You can have a website to take purchases, ship orders, to give out to people, and to get your online business going. So it literally gets the job done. With Big Cartel, if your question is, oh, does it process the same as others? It does. It has payment options just like any other website builder. So with this one, you would use Stripe or PayPal. Not sure if they're adding anything recently. We can check that out, but the main ones that you would need, Stripe and PayPal. You're good to go. Add Stripe and PayPal and give your customers those options, and add your products, and you're ready to sell. So it's as simple as that. Of course, you'd have to create a Stripe account, but a lot of us who didn't have Shopify, like me, we already knew most of the companies that most of the website companies that you sign up with, they require you to have some type of payment processor, and Stripe is a part of that. So that is easy 1, 2, 3. As I mentioned earlier, Big Cartel has website templates, and they also have apps. So I know that's a big thing in the website industry, is having certain apps. Now let's be real, it's not going to have all those banging apps as Shopify and the other website, but it has enough apps to get the job done, and it has enough free apps to get the job done. It has the main ones like MailChimp, which you would need for your email marketing if you would want to do that. It has PayPal. It has basic apps that you would need as a small business owner, and for it being free, it is worth it for that. You know what I'm saying? Getting apps even though the website is free is a plus to me. So that is something, another big pointer that you should definitely check out. Okay, next great pro of Big Cartel is that its leveling up isn't very expensive. So for example, you have Big Cartel, you want to level up, right? But you don't want to level up to a $30 website, because that's the average price for basic e-commerce website subscriptions. So you could stay and level up with Big Cartel and pay $10 a month. And this is the very basic form of Big Cartel. With this, it comes with options of adding more products. It has I think some shipping option as well. So it's just $10 a month can get you a lot more with it, and you're able to use your own domain with the $10 option. So I think that's a good option as well, especially for a small business that's just starting out. This was one of the best pros that I could find, and it's because throughout all the websites that I've ever had, this one was the easiest to transfer my domain. Like, it was a walk in park. Like, transferring my domain and transferring like my back office stuff, my orders and things like that, it was very simple to transfer from Big Cartel, which I liked. It wasn't hard. It took probably about 2 days because transferring your domain take a while. However, knowing what I know now, I don't think I'd purchase it from them. I'd go straight to a domain seller like Google Domains or GoDaddy. I prefer Google Domains because I like to have all my things in one. And what you would do is just add your Google domain to Big Cartel, and when you're ready to leave and go to another website, you just remove it and add it to the other website without having to transfer it. Well, you still have to transfer it, but it takes less time when you have a domain manager rather than using Big Cartel, because when you're transferring it from Big Cartel, it is simple, but there's still some stuff that you'd have to put into it, some extra tech stuff. But I think doing it with Google Domains make it so much easier, because you can just sign into Google Domains or GoDaddy and remove it from the website, which helps. There's more than just removing it, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's just easier. So you could do that as well, but transferring your domain is a perk as well. So that is my final pro for Big Cartel. Okay, so now that we're through all the pros, I'm going to go through the cons. I don't have a lot, it's just like 3. So I'm going to start with the fact that in order for it to be a free website, you have to use a subdomain. So what a subdomain is, like when I started and I was using Big Cartel, it was letsblend.bigcartel.com. I no longer have that domain because I upgraded, life got better, and business got a little better, so I went to a better website. However, a lot of people say there are debates that subdomains are unprofessional. A lot of people want to purchase from them, X, Y, and Z, but to each his own. And start with what you can start with. Understand? You're not going to have a subdomain forever. You can upgrade and get another domain. You can upgrade and get a regular domain. But if you can't, start with your subdomain, put it on your website, your Instagram or whatever, and process your payments there, because that's what I did. So no wash no face. No, don't let anybody discourage you from doing that. If that's what you can afford, then stay in your lane. Afford your subdomain, get the customers that you can get, use it as long as you can use it for, because you don't have to pay for it, and then from there you upgrade. But that's all. And I think I mentioned this, I might mention it again. It only offers 5 products on the free domain, which I think it's okay. I think that's a great option, so that's good. And it has limited manipulation. So what I mean by that is that you can't really change a lot about it. You can't add a lot of stuff, but you can still represent your brand with it. You can still change the colors, change the fonts, add your logo, those basic things. So people know that you're the one that's selling this. People know your website and know your brand. So even though it has limited manipulation, it gives you the basic options. And honestly, if you want something free and affordable, what you really need is a basic, simple options and brand recognition. That is it, and it does that for you. So it has apps. It has a limited amount of apps. So, but if you're starting, you honestly don't need a lot of these apps, because some of them, Shopify has a lot of free apps, but some of these apps you don't need in the beginning. So that's the least. And those are my only cons for Big Cartel. So if you were thinking about starting a business and you were wondering about affording a website, then this is your sign. Get yourself a Big Cartel website, free website, get your subdomain, put up your products, and start. One more thing, it also only limits you to 5 products, but I believe that if you're just beginning, you shouldn't even want to have more than 5 products, because that's a lot of products to manage. So go ahead and start with Big Cartel. And this is not a sponsored video. Thanks for watching again, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I also hope you take the time to look into Big Cartel and so be successful. You know, do what you need to do to start your business. And starting a business isn't for everybody, but you won't know unless you try. So go ahead.